Hi, everyone. It's a phrase we've used over the years at Church of the Cross, where we speak of that we want to be a community that is rooted in history, relevant for today. And that phrase came to mind as I read Practicing the Way by John Mark Comer. I think his book is very much a call to be rooted in history and relevant for today as we think about what it means to live as disciples of Jesus. As he calls us to this place of discipleship, to live in our identity, which is disciples of Jesus, he's very much referring to and basing his calling on history. First and foremost, the history recorded in the scriptures, the story of God at work in the world, the teachings and life of Jesus, but also in the history of the church. Just to give you some of the names he refers to, and this is just a few of the people he quotes in his book. There's Eastern Orthodox Bishop Callistos Ware, Dietrich Bonhoeffer, St. John of the Cross, Martin Luther King, Brother Lawrence, Dallas Willard, Henry Nouwen, Mother Teresa, St. Benedict, Ignatius of Loyola, Ignatius of Antioch, Thomas à Kempis. And again, that's just a few of the various great Christian thinkers over the years that he refers to. And I think in this rootedness in history, basically Comer is demonstrating to us a humility, right? We can learn from those who have gone before us. We can learn from the ancient practices like forming a rule of life to live by. And so again, there's a humility, and it doesn't have to be new, it doesn't have to be innovative to be transformative. And yet, even as he's rooted in history, he also is very relevant for today. He is taking the ancient teachings, the ancient vision for discipleship, and showing this is very relevant for today. He does this in one way by asking really probing questions. As he talks about abiding in Christ, he then asks the questions, where do you abide? Where does your mind rest? Where does your soul rest throughout the day? And when that's not in Christ, how can you grow more and more in abiding in Christ? And so he makes it very personal, but he also makes it personal in applying what he's teaching to just the challenges we face in 21st century modern day. How do we live out a rule of life in light of the many distractions that surround us, the distractions that we find constantly in our phone, online, in the news cycle, right? And the I'm calling to always be connected virtually to others. How do we find a place of solitude and peace and silence? And what does community look like today? So I encourage you, if you haven't yet read the book, there's still plenty of time to read it before Lent. You can, of course, read it during Lent as well and after Lent. But I encourage you to make some time to read that and to sign up for one of our groups where we'll be discussing the book together. Blessings to you.